Hi, I'm Shezza here, and I am an intuitive intimacy guide. I help people work through their blockages to have the intimacy, love, and life that they are longing for. And today I want to talk about how we push people away while longing for connection. And this is a common pattern for people with trauma and unresolved intimacy issues. It's something that I have done myself as someone who has more of that fearful avoidant attachment style, also called disorganized. And it's a terribly painful way of being because you push someone away while deep inside you're longing for connection. And this is coming from deep trauma and usually a deep fear of being truly vulnerable and opening your heart to really have that deeper connection with someone. So if you were to let someone in, it would feel scary. So you're trying to protect yourself. It's a defense mechanism. Push them away. But it doesn't really work because what you're wanting is more connection. Oh my gosh, this is a painful one, you guys. And it's often a control mechanism. It's a way of controlling the situation so that I can be okay if I just cut this person out of my life and just let them have it. When really, it's like you're deeply longing for that beautiful, amazing connection and love. And oh my gosh, y'all, it creates so much confusion. It creates so much confusion for everyone, for the person on the other side, because they're like, oh, this person doesn't want me in their life. And the reality is that they probably really do want to be in connection with you, and you're trying to hurt them by cutting them out. But really, they're like, okay, well, this person doesn't want me, so I'm going to grieve them and let them go. And this then turns everything on its head because you're like, no, but I wanted you. I wanted that connection. I loved you. And oh my gosh, it blocks intimacy. It reinforces loneliness. It doesn't get you the love that you want, even though that's somehow you think that that's what's going to occur here. And you really have to address the deep root cause of it all and recognize the pattern. Recognize that this is something that you do, and the key is that you have to open yourself up and connect with yourself. Because when we do this, when we push someone away, when deep inside we want connection, we are not in our self. We are not in our center. We are probably just rampaging and going wild and crazy inside. And it's a terribly painful place to be. So we have to recognize, first of all, that we do this. Notice when you're pulling away, shutting down, or creating distance, and ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What is really going on here that's making me so scared? Is it that other person? Now, obviously, if this other person is super toxic, there can be something in you that wants to cut them off and push them away. And that's really painful too. But that can be also a healthy thing to do. It can be a healthy thing to cut somebody out who is toxic in your life. that's not really what we're talking about here. This isn't about, even though you kind of really still want to be with them, but deep down you know that you have to like cut this off because they're not a healthy, it could be a narcissist or abuser or, someone that's not healthy for you. This is more, I've done it with really healthy people, really people that are really wonderful, amazing people in my life, but I'm feeling scared, so I'm going to cut it off. Rather than open myself up, do my inner work, and create that joy and stability and love that I am actually longing for. And create the real spiritual union that we want, the real deep connection that we are looking for in our life. Yeah, it really takes opening our hearts, and with openness and coming back into healing our inner child, we're becoming that wise parent that loves ourselves, and getting comfortable with the discomfort, getting comfortable with the fact that I'm feeling really uncomfortable right now, and the only mechanism that I think I have is to just go, no. You can connect with somebody in that discomfort if you open yourself up, first of all, to soothing yourself, giving yourself that beautiful love and understanding that you are craving, and then going to the person and being honest and vulnerable and saying, it's safe to open. I don't need to run. It's safe to be in connection with this person, and it's safe to be in connection with myself, and it's safe to call in my higher self into my body, to be here and to speak to somebody who we can create more love and connection with each other. So this is a crazy pattern. It's really painful for people who have it. It usually comes from a real disconnection from yourself. It comes from a disconnection from spirit, and it comes from usually trauma in early childhood. It comes from feeling that I have to put a big wall up around my heart because probably one time in the past I went for connection and I didn't get it. I tried to open myself up. I tried to be vulnerable and go for connection, and it wasn't received. So I learned that the best thing to do is to cut it off, even though I'm hurting inside. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is a pattern that is so ungrounding for everyone. It's so painful. And I want to write a poem. I wrote a poem about, if the house is on fire, you've got to get out. It's the obvious thing to do, no doubt. But in relationships, you've got to learn to stay, even when you want to run away. When the fire of connection begins to burn, escaping is the habit you'll need to unlearn. The truth is, you don't yet have the tools. Like so many others, you were raised by fools. People who loved you but never really knew how to truly be present and there for you. So you learned that love was something to fear and buried your feelings so they disappear. So when someday you fall in love, you have no idea how to rise above. The belief that ending things is what you need, that is the only way to finally feel free of the deep pain that lives in you. When you feel it, you simply don't know what to do. You want to be close, but you push away. Your fear of rejection keeps people at bay. Relationships cause your fuse to get blown, so you just keep going at it alone. But there is hope for you, my beautiful one. This human life is meant to be fun. Learn to find your safety within and love yourself when your mind starts to spin. Hold your inner child when she wants to run. Remind her softly, you are the one. Feel your pain with an open heart and turn it into beautiful art. Thank you so much for listening to this, and for all those people out there that have this pattern within you. I am sending you so much love. It's so painful, and it is absolutely possible to break through. It's finding that inner security, finding that ability to be vulnerable, opening your heart to true love and connection, and being willing to sit with the discomfort of wanting to cut off, close down, and run away, and opening to real deep intimacy with yourself and with another, or lots of other people. This pattern, again, it can come up in so many ways with in so many different types of relationships. Of course, it most comes up in relationship with a romantic partner, sexual partner, but it can come up with anyone. And just sending you all the love and the care to know that you have what it takes to create that inner resilience and security to create fulfilling love and relationships.